I am going to make uh, like the statement. How can I say it? The last statement of what we're going to do with this application, Firepoint Store. The nice side of this is that we're gonna actually choose one way to create uh, the application. You see this focus to do. We can use, let's say, for example, to do list. But let's just go, for example, to this Pomodoro timer. It is not accessible. Let's go to the Pomo Focus, and it's working. That is it. Usually, that this one is the one that I use, but I wanted to see if there was another available. This is a technique that many people does not use, but as I said, it can improve your work. But I will tell you a secret. Please don't get obsessed with that. I said that before and I will repeat it again. Don't get obsessed with this methodology because this methodology can make your life like an square. When I say an square, is that you will become like a machine or something like that, and you are not supposed to be like that. You are supposed to be free, okay? Um, let's wait for it to charge. Let's wait. It is charging. Let's wait. Let's just stop this by the moment for 2 hours. Let's refresh here. Okay, if we don't have like the option of opening the Pomodoro timer, let's just open the notepad here. And in the notepad, I will say, for example, oh yes, the Pomodoro has just opened. That's interesting. But I will do it on the notepad, okay? First thing first, we had to choose between Node.js and MySQL, Node.js and SQL, or PHP and MySQL. And I will tell you the truth. The truth is simple. I was discussing, for example, with my mother, and she said clearly that what has more relations and is more free is more convenient. And which of those three is more convenient? In taking in consideration what my mother gave me as an advice. Sadly, I will tell you the truth, and it is that PHP and MySQL with JavaScript is actually the most convenient for us. I will tell you the truth. I would love to make an application in Node.js and SQL, and I will even create it. As well as I did something with MongoDB. You remember that I created something small with MongoDB that was the resources saver? It is a MongoDB, right? Well, we're gonna continue, for example, with another app that will be, for example, it can be, for example, uh, words searcher, let's say, searcher, and favorite favorites saver, and that we can do it on Node.js with SQL. And when I say SQL, it can be SQLite or or SQL from Azure or from AWS, okay? Or even from, there are more ways from Google Drive, sorry, from um, um, just SQL from Microsoft, and there's another one. The thing is that SQL has many like partners, but the original one comes from Microsoft. That is the truth, okay? Um, we can create that project just like for stretching, and we can increase this one slowly, okay? The nice part of these two projects is that they are gonna be actually available. We're gonna remake the project of Jonas Chronicles because sadly I didn't upload it. I was working with the branch and everything, but I was not aware of I mean I was not very often going into the repository. I just upload the work and that's it. I was not checking the repository very often. And that's why kind of I lost the assets. Because when you get too much time apparently without going into a repository and you try to get in again and you do it often, there is a moment that um, like the app says it is you or no. If it is you, then sorry, but you will have to look for another way that you got. So I will tell you the truth. You should always have like a backup of what you do. And being honest, I have it. I have a backup of Jonas Chronicles. And let's put it like just here. Jonas Chronicles. We're gonna look for I think that the one that I have on GitHub can be like our reference. But if it doesn't fit with what we were doing, which is something that I think, because even though it is made up with MVC, I think that I did it on Node.js in those days. I have done this application in two ways. I have done it with PHP and I have done it with Node.js. And the truth is that the version that was made with PHP, I feel like if many people are supporting it better. I don't know why. I do know that there are a lot of people that like Node.js and React, and I was making it in React. But I will tell you the truth. As I said, React is not for you to get obsessed with it. So we can, for example, you see these word researchers and favorite saver, we can make it with Node.js and React on the client side. With SQL, light from, let's just erase this here. It's not necessary. Just like that. Okay, so our main project will be this one, and we're gonna remove this, and let's put here chosen main project, and it's um, full stack. When I say full stack, it means the stack is the bunch of tools that I will use for it to work. PHP and MySQL with JavaScript. And the resource savers is going to be like a secondary project, and the word searcher is going to be the third, like the also a secondary project. Okay, because if I feel that the resource savers is complete in straight away, and I'm getting too tired because Node.js sometimes with no MongoDB makes you feel tired. I don't know that it is like if MongoDB has certain things still not very well mature. And the word searchers and favorite saver, the nice part is that it is going to be complicated and it's going to be with React. And React is one of the most favorite and famous lately framework with JavaScript that you use. Um, it's not exactly a framework. It is actually a language for those who know it, because how can I say it? It is a language, but modular oriented. When I say modular oriented, is that you, for example, you see C++ or C sharp or C. When you start a program with it, you make an include of a library, and you make for example, I don't remember it one that it was like that. Let me show it to you. Sample app with C chart, and you will see that I'm saying the truth. Okay, C sharp online. Look, here it says using system. You see that using system, even though you don't believe it, that is calling a model. Okay, but that is in C sharp. It is called actually not model but library. And what is library is like a model. What I said. Let's go for example for C++, and you will see. Look, this is include iostream using namespace. This iostream is a library, and the namespace is from a class that will be used on the whole application. Let me put it bigger for you, for those that use lens, and you can see. So React is the same, but it's kind of not as old as C sharp, but or as C++. But the nice part is that it works similarly. That's why it has become very famous, and many developers that were old, they like a lot React. And being honest, I also love React, and that's why I will not put it outside, but I will use it for the searcher and favorites saver. When I say favorite saver, it's just like a favorites pages saver, and also a searcher for, I don't know, maybe we can use the API of YouTube or the API of Google, whatever API we find that is kind of interesting, not complicating our life too much, but for us to learn. Well, that was everything. Remember, this is the project. In the next video, let's just code. See you in the next video. Thank you for sharing this time with me.